In 1906, a peaceful mountain sanctuary became the site of one of history's most brutal and unprovoked military slaughters. It began with the Treaty of Paris. Spain sold the Philippine archipelago to the United States, effectively lumping Mindanao into a new colonial structure without the consent of its people. Seeking refuge from this foreign encroachment, nearly 1,000 indigenous Tausug villagers retreated to the Bud Dajo crater to maintain their way of life. American General Leonard Wood viewed this retreat as a challenge to his authority. He branded the families as rebels and moved to exterminate the encampment. Positioning heavy artillery around the crater rim, American troops fired down into the village. They used machine guns and bayonets to massacre the inhabitants, sparing neither women nor children. This forced, violent annexation set the foundation for Mindanao's relationship with the central government in Manila, a union born of blood rather than agreement. Today, the trauma of Bud Dajo has evolved into a system of structural disparity marked by decades of militarization and administrative neglect. Mindanao remits billions in tax revenue to the Manila Republic, yet it frequently receives zero budget allocations for critical infrastructure and essential services. This persistent exploitation has fueled a modern movement for independence, a push to finally break away from a centralized oligarchic system. Manila classifies the South as a conflict-ridden periphery, but the island provides critical minerals, abundant agricultural stability, and energy baseload that the entire archipelago requires to function. This map shows how Mindanao sits within a natural climate shield. While typhoons routinely devastate the northern islands, the South remains largely untouched. This geographic protection allows for massive, uninterrupted agricultural productivity across the vast plains of Cotabato and Maguindanao. These regions serve as a stable basin for climate-resilient rice production, securing a food supply that is shielded from the seasonal collapses seen elsewhere. This environmental stability supports the global-scale export of bananas and pineapples, making the region a dominant player in international agri-processing. This unparalleled consistency makes Mindanao a self-sustaining food engine, capable of maintaining its own security, regardless of the capital's policies. Moving beyond agriculture, the region holds immense mineral wealth, including massive deposits of gold and rare earth elements in Davao de Oro and Cotabato. These specific critical minerals position the island to capture the high-value EV battery market and establish localized, midstream refining industries. The Agus and Pulangi hydro-complexes provide the robust energy infrastructure needed for this industrialization, offering a reliable baseload of renewable power. High-capacity renewables, combined with tech-essential minerals, create a path toward heavy industry that the rest of the archipelago cannot replicate. Mindanao also possesses a rare geographic asset, its proximity to the equator. Launching rockets eastward from this latitude utilizes the Earth's rotation to maximize payload capacity while significantly reducing fuel consumption. The region's sparsely populated coastlines and low air traffic density provide the clear corridors required for high-frequency testing and launch infrastructure. This equatorial advantage offers the strategic leverage and technical infrastructure necessary to compete in the multi-billion-dollar global space economy. These resources support a dual-track economy, where large-scale processing plants operate alongside artisan microfactories focused on premium Mindanao heritage crafts. Universities in Davao and across the island are already producing the engineers and agronomists needed to sustain this modernized, self-contained ecosystem. This combination of technical talent and industrial capacity removes the economic necessity for oversight from the national capital. This potential for the future brings us back to Bud Dajo, which remains a symbol of unyielding resistance. The spirit of the 1906 villagers lives on in today's movement, a continued demand for self-determination and the protection of ancestral wealth. The choice now lies between continued resource extraction under the status quo or the realization of a fully independent, sovereign future. Mindanao has the resources and the location to build its own future, proving it no longer needs Manila's permission to prosper.